Hey YouTube, so today we're going to be talking about relationships and heartbreak, and both of us just reached number 3 on the heartbreak, so we're going to start this video like any other respectable grown adult. Here's a shot to all the heartbreaks. Alright, so all of us are wanting...
That was nasty. Anyway.
No, mine was fine, but all of us want a relationship. All of us want to have that person who makes us feel better, and we look at someone, we meet someone and think, oh, this is the chance. This is someone who I can possibly spend the rest of my life with. However, reality teaches us that's not it. So let us share our experiences with you and give you our insights, and hopefully next time that you can do better or help heal. We don't know what situation you're in, but we do want to help. So Amanda's going to go first in part 1, and I'm going to take care of part 2. So start off with your first girlfriend.
My first girlfriend. So this goes back to actually when I lived in Las Vegas. I was 16 years old, and it was a girl I actually worked with. And at the time, I had never talked to a chick before. I had never considered pursuing anything. That booze. Anything serious with her at the time. However, it just kind of happened. We started texting, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, I felt like if I didn't get a text from her, it was weird. And she kind of completed my day. Well, after a while, things started to escalate, and things started to get a little more serious. And it was great. It was everything I could have asked for in a relationship at that time. 16 years old, going on dates, you know what I mean? Sneaking out of the house. I'm sure you've snuck out of the house before.
No, I was a good Christian boy.
You really?
Yeah, I was.
I hope your mother sees this.
Yeah, she will, and she can agree.
See, I can't lie because my mom will see this, and I can tell you right now, she's going to call me out later and be like, you definitely snuck out of the house. That's actually one of the times I was grounded. I think when I came out to her, I was grounded for sneaking out of the house.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah. Irony. So, it was a great relationship. It kind of taught me how to act around somebody I was really into. At first, I didn't know how to act, but then after a while, I kind of caught on to it 8 years later.
Still learning.
Right. But all in all, it was really good at first. As everyone knows, every good relationship kind of goes downhill from time to time, but at 16 years old, you're not really old enough to handle the negative stuff that you would get in a relationship. So, of course, we broke up, and it started to get really nasty, and it was the first time I actually felt my heart break, which at the time seemed like the end of the world. I didn't know how to handle myself. I couldn't talk to people. I didn't want to date anybody. It was just crazy all around.
And that's the thing. It's not even just like it gets resolved right there and right then. It's like you will always think about her in some way because she was your first.
That is true. That is very, very true. Me and her are not compatible, nor have we ever been compatible, but she was a very big part of my life, and you know, obviously I will always care for her.
Yeah.
It's not on a romantic level, but I know who she is.
Oh yeah, no, and once you let someone to your heart, it's like, even though they leave, yes, there's a wound at first, but it's not that the wound goes away, it's just numbs over. It's like a scar that you can look back and remember the memories, but it just won't hurt as much.
Oh, definitely. Like nowadays, me and her can talk back and forth, and it's not a huge deal. We'll talk about past times that we had and whatnot, and we just look back and laugh because, I mean, we were 16 years old. What do we really know about relationships? We know nothing. We know, okay, I can go to the movies this weekend. Awesome.
You mean Twilight was a lie?
Well, Twilight happened when I was in, like, what, tech school?
I don't know, she was 16. I thought all romances were true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if all of us were as depressed as she is, man, I feel bad for you if you get your heart broken. But, yeah, so, I mean, that was my first heartbreak. It lasted a little while, and sure, until I moved on to the next one, that was my end-all, be-all, and it sucked, and, you know.
And that's where I actually came in.
Thanks.
No, you asked for it. You asked for it. Okay. Yes. That we're good friends and we do wingman for each other, and we always don't have foresight about how that's going to work out.
Pooch.
Let it go. It was only one night. But the thing is,
she destroyed me emotionally. She might not have been a heartbreak, but let me tell you,
she won't let that go ever. But the thing is, with this chick and everything, she was actually a really good girl. Like, and this is where we come into like the bisexual, the confused, the closeted. In essence, the chasing of the straight boy for gays or the straight girl for girls, or the confused bisexuals, which we won't admit that they're straight because they're not.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to clarify, this girl, my second heartbreak actually, is one of my close friends now, and me and her still talk every day. If she ever needed anything, I definitely would rush there and help her. I definitely know that when I was heartbroken over somebody else, my third heartbreak that I'll get into, she definitely came to my rescue, and it almost turned from heartbreak to really good friendship. So I mean, that was a good tale, I would say.
Oh yeah, but what do you think you learned from that, like, and everything? Because I know it was a long process, like that whole situation with her.
2 years, yeah.
2 years. It's
2 years.
It never goes quickly. Don't think it's a short amount of period of time. These are like long periods of time in our lives where we gave part of our hearts to someone.
What I learned from her, I mean, I learned a lot from her. She actually helped me develop in a lot of areas as a person. She's a little bit older than me, and she hasn't been through as much as I have been through, but she has definitely been through enough to where she can give me some guidance, and it has helped. She has definitely kept me sane through a lot of different points of my life. You know, she has been there for me when I am down, you know, taking me to the hospital when I need to go, you know, coming over to my house late at night when I just don't know what I need to do in a situation. She's definitely helped me out, and I recently saw her at a really bad point in life, and it honestly tore me up to see her get to this point, and I just wanted to be there for her. But it was weird because that heartbreak that I once experienced actually turned into friendship. Whereas, you know, me seeing her hurt, I wanted to help her as a friend. I wanted to make sure that she knew that I wasn't going anywhere, no matter how ugly it got, no matter how much she pushed me. I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Oh, yeah, and it's not that it happens at first. Like, at first, of course, there's going to be bitterness because you lose your dreams. You lose your hopes of something greater with that person, that greater connection that we all are looking for. So, no, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy going from someone that you gave your heart to basically changing those feelings to friendship. It takes a bit of time and it takes effort. You have to want to do it. And you have to let go of those dreams and say, okay, I'm going to see you for who you are, as you are, and understand that you're giving me what you can. And I'm going to accept that.
That's very true. Like I said, I was very torn up over this female. A lot of people know who she is, and we share a lot of mutual friends, and they saw me go through the heartbreak. And I actually, ironically, told her, actually, the other night that she was one of the people who broke my heart. And she's like, you know, I never meant that. And you know what? I believe it, because I believe how good of a person she is. And, yeah, I definitely learned that lesson. You know, she's actually the first person out of people who I've seen or dated or, you know, gotten into a relationship with who I've been able to maintain such a close friendship with afterwards. So it's I definitely learned a lot from that one, and that's pretty awesome. So.
Oh yeah, and of course, sadly, the most recent. And of course, it's going to be harder and everything, but luckily, it's like having their friends there, being able to get advice from different people from different walks of life. You're able to see things in a whole different way. So, like, I knew you were really into this chick and everything, had lots of hopes and dreams and everything. You were a lot more logical about it than in the past with everyone else you've been with, but still, everyone has hopes, and that is a great thing. If you have hope, keep that hope, but also understand that your hope is not reality. So, go ahead, tell your story.
No, just, you know, speaking from experience and whatnot, I went into a relationship recently where I decided that I was going to be the person I wanted to be. It wasn't, I was going to enter into it and then it was just going to go, it was going to flow, you know what I mean? It was actually something I wanted to be. I took everything that I had experienced in the past and decided to say, you know what? I'm going to fix it. I'm going to be the person I want to be in a relationship. And I actually was that person. It was awesome. I have no complaints about it. It was 3 months. It was very short. There was a very good connection there, and it was a lot of fun. And I really had no complaints about the relationship itself. When it ended, yeah, I was pretty torn up. A part of me still kind of is, but it kind of helped me focus on the good aspects, in my
Yeah.
life. And I don't know. I enjoy that type of stuff.
It's like more kind of like a change in personality. It's like, in order to make yourself feel better, you look at the positives instead of the negatives.
Yeah, like I said, I changed in that relationship, and I made sure I was that person. Now, I was actually talking to my father on the phone today, and I told him, I changed in the relationship. Why should I stop there? Why don't I handle a breakup or heartbreak differently than I would in the past? And so I guess that's the positive change I've gotten from this.
Oh, yeah. And that's one thing. It's like, for me, my belief is that everyone that you date, everyone that you have a close relationship with, helps you get ready for the person that you are meant to be with. In the sense that you learn to become more tolerant, learn to accept vices. Because, I'm sorry, everyone, Disney lied. There is no Prince Charming, there is no princess there waiting for you at the end. You're going to look for someone who you can be compatible with, who has the same dreams as you, who has the same beliefs as you, who wants to help push you to be a better person of who you are, accepts you with your problems and all your vices right now, but will also push you to be better and take care of them. It's not going to try to change you to be their dream. Don't look at someone and it's like, oh, you're pretty, so I'm going to put my dream of who you are on you. That is the most hurtful and biggest problem that we have today with our generation, gay or straight, is that we have our dreams of how things should be, and that's not how reality is.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a huge fan of romantic movies. I love them. They're awesome. I'm, two people, when they're meant for each other, they will end up together.
Fan fiction, steric, totally.
Oh, no. Stop it.
I ship them.
Yuck. I definitely love romantic comedies, and I love listening to love songs. I love all that sort of stuff. But in the end, it's, when you're in a relationship with somebody and times get hard, a lot of people believe that if they are not feeling what they felt, when they listen to that song or watch that movie, those feelings that they're supposed to feel towards their person, they automatically assume the relationship's over. And with my experience of dating and relationships, you got to learn that you're not always going to have that loving feeling in relationships. There are going to be ups, downs. There are going to be times when I just can't look at the person and I'm like, just leave. Yep, exactly.
It's just a roller coaster.
Just get out of here. But at the same time, if you love somebody, you're going to stick it out. And that's, something I've learned from all my relationships. None of them were perfect. I'm not perfect. But in the end...
I know that.
Really?
I love you.
Okay.
If I was straight, I would totally want to marry you.
Would you? Put a ring on it right now. Oh. No. Oh.
Wrong finger.
That was cheating. But but no, it takes a lot of work, and relationships are definitely a lot of work. But, in the end, you get a lot out of them.
So, hope that helped. Click like, subscribe to our channel, look out for part 2 and everything, and hope you have a great day. Thanks. Have a good one. Where's the fucking